Alright, hello patrons. Welcome to the tier list ranking. I'm your host Black and Metal Nerd 4. Of course, your patron, you're enjoying this early. Thanks to Angela and VHS and CD Brony again for your support. Thank you very much. Your patron packages should be coming to you within the next 2 weeks. At the time of this patron uploading. If not, if you're a public viewer, just ignore what I'm saying. If you do want to get these packages, subscribe to the Patreon down below. Otherwise, just ignore what I'm saying. Alright, time to rank Motorhead. We got 22 albums. I'm not counting On Parole because it's technically from the first record, so I'm not counting that. These are all the albums they ever did. Otherwise, 22 of them. I know that's a lot. So let's get started right now. First album, C tier. It's not very good. The production is not very great. The songs, some of them are great, especially the song "Vibrator." I think that's one of the better songs on the record. Otherwise, it's just a forgettable record. So yeah, C tier. We're starting off with a stinker. Sorta. Now, the first record, Overkill, S tier, easy. They made up for the first record, and they made up for it hard with this record and the next two records. Um, oh, sorry, my phone just dropped. Um, of course, you got Stay Clean. I believe No Classes on this album. The title track, I believe Too Late, Too Late was on this album, or was that a B side? Um, all great songs. One of the albums that made me get into Motorhead, so I'm easily gonna put this in S tier. So, very good. Um, Bomber, another fantastic record. I love the cover for this record. Not to get off topic, but it's a beautiful cover. A must listen to. Um, Bomber has Too Late to not Too Late Too Late Too Late Too Late. Was it Stone Dead Forever, which is a banger song. Um, all of the songs are great on that one. I highly recommend Bomber. Go check that one out. And the granddaddy of them all, the best record of Motorhead's whole catalog, Ace of Spades. It's the record I listen to over and over and over and over and over again. Ace of Spades, Love You Like a Reptile, The Chase is Better Than the Catch. All classics that are very well known, at least in terms of Motorhead. Um, we Are the Road Crew. That's the other one I almost forgot. Um, all fantastic. Pardon the rain if you can hear it. My grandma's house isn't very well insulated, so if you hear rain, you're gonna hear it loud. So yeah, Ace of Spades, Iron Fist, A tier. It's a greater improvement over um, it's a great improvement over the Motorhead album, but it's a big step down. It's a step down from these three over here. So, but there's a bunch of good stuff. I don't quite remember all the names, but of all the songs clearly. But Iron Fist I'd put in A tier. This is where we go down a little bit. Another Perfect Day. This is a B tier record. Personally, in my opinion, uh, it was a good record. It was much better than the self titled, but I didn't really remember anything after it. It's not to say that it was bad, but it was pretty. It's decent. It's just that I don't remember anything after that. So yeah, that's gonna be a running theme. Motorhead fans are gonna be pissed at me. Um, so yeah. Um, let's move on to the next one. Orgasmatron. I'd put it above Another Perfect Day. My favorite song on the album is the self-titled song Orgasmatron. It is such a weird song, and it, but it's still great. That's the thing about Motorhead. They have some very weird songs, but they're still great. So yeah, uh, rock and roll. I'm gonna put it in B minus. I'd put a B minus for this. It's not quite the first record. Actually, I'm gonna put this in C tier. Um, actually, I think it's weaker than the first album. It is okay, but it's again not as memorable and not as good as the first record. So yeah, they did take a 4 year break and came back with 1916. Easy A tier. Oops, these are swapped. It's supposed to be this way. Uh, I just realized. Um, yeah. I feel like the 1980s. The 1980s was a little bit of a low point for the band, and they came riding back in the 1990s. Um, I felt like it was the revival of Motorhead, if you will. Um, but yeah, I think it personally belongs in A tier. I didn't like it the first time I heard it. I listened to all the bands I knew their records from 1991, and I didn't like it back then. But now I do. I do like it with the benefit of patience and time. As I tell people, sometimes it takes patience to like a record. So this is one of those instances. It belongs in A tier. I believe this one was called March or Die. I'm gonna put it in A tier. There's a couple collabs with Slash, and there's one where Ozzy was a does a duet, if you will, with Lemmy, which is absolutely wonderful. You also get the song Hellraiser, the Motorhead version. Of course, there's the Ozzy Osbourne version on the No More Tears record. So you get two versions. If you bought both albums, you hear two different versions of the same song, which is pretty cool. Um, Overall, I'd say March or Die is was a big return to form for them. I really did like that one. Bastards was a step down. It's not as good as 1916, but it's way better than these four. I'm gonna put that one in A tier, like A minus. I'm gonna be generous. That was pretty good. I mean, at this point, it seemed. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put this in B tier. I'm gonna put this in B tier. Yeah, here. It was a step down from the previous two records. Um, in terms of memorability and whatnot, it was just okay. So I'm gonna put it in B. Same with this one. I forgot what it's called. Let me look. I have it on my phone. All the list of the albums. This one's called Sacrifice. I think it's better. So I like the title track of the song Sacrifice. That's a banger. So yeah, I'm gonna put it below 1916, but under orgasm over Orgasmatron, but under 1916. I'm recording this at 12:30 in the morning, so yeah, yeah. Give me patience. The hell am I talking about? Let, let me be slow about this. Overnight Sensation. I actually really like this one. This one was another kind of return to form. I quite liked Overnight Sensation, almost as good as March or Die. It's about that level. I quite liked it. So yeah, go check out Overnight Sensation. This one they went back down to three members, and but they still made great use of the three guys, so it's pretty good. I highly recommend that. Pretty much everything in S and A tier. Check out and B tier if you're If you like these in S and A, check out B tier. C in um, Snakebite Love. I'm gonna put this in. I didn't quite like this record, so I'm gonna put this in C tier. I wasn't a fan. Just wasn't my cup of tea. Um, so yeah. Alrighty. We are Motorhead. I really like this one. It's a lot more punkier, a lot faster. Um, I was a big fan. They covered on this album "God Save the Queen," which was really cool, and it's a banger. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention one of these two records. I forget it was 1916 or March or Die had Ramones, which is a banger song as well. It was a tribute to the Ramones. Again, sorry for the rain. I'm gonna have to talk louder now. Hammered. I wasn't quite a fan of Hammered. Um, again, Lemmy talked about how it wasn't one of his favorite records to make. This was post 9/11, and they were going through some things, so it's not as good. So yeah, Inferno, I'm gonna put in B tier. It was just okay. Again, another okay record. It wasn't special. Um, yeah. Motorizer, same thing. Pretty much all these records after I'm gonna put in B tier. And this one I'm actually gonna put higher, but still B tier. The last five, 6 albums were not were. I don't know if it was wearing down on me, but it wasn't my thing. I mean, I like it, but it's a lot slower. Um, but it's better than these at the bottom. I'd say in the bottom C tier. So yeah, I hope you guys agree with my tier list. Do you not agree? Do you agree? Have you heard all of these albums? If so, comment down below. I'll see you guys next time. Peace, everybody.